Alright, Chapter 27 P20. Fee schedule for the County Emergency Management Agency review the facility emergency management plan, definition plan review, fee limitation record, keep the division review, the fee of the excess of the maximum fee of the review procedures. 27 P20002, the definition county, one of the 67 county of the table of the word facility, all the buildings, equipment, the structure of the items located with a single table contingency adjacent site, which own the property with the same of the receipt of the person with the control of the under the common control of the subject from the equipment, the table of the rule of the prepare with the plan with the adult congregated living facility, the nursing of the home of the group home, the immediate care facility, the development, the disabled, the ambulatory surgical center, the hospital shall include with the definition facility, however, in each of the individual constitute with the separate facility for the plan of the review. Person, the individual so provide with the trust and from the joint stock company corporation partnership association and legal constituted and say within the authorized to do business with the state of Florida. Plan must meet the facility specific operation and all information plan with the purpose of the managing emergency response, recover the mitigation, preparation, the public promulgation, which was required by the state statute of the rule. The division of the Florida Division of Emergency Management review the executive office of the governor and county of the emergency management agency of the emergency management agency established with the county pursuant to section 252 of the Florida State Statute of Chapter 93, 2011 of the laws of Florida. Criteria to meet the standard of the top of the Florida law of the judging of the plain village shall include the aim of the standard top of the rule of the agency for the healthcare administration plan of the nursing home, the ambulatory surgical center, hospital, and by the rules of the Department of Health, the rehabilitative services plan with a group of the old adult congregated living facility, the intermediate care for the facility with the development disabled. Significant change mean with any change of the ownership operating with the agency with the increase of the 10% of the more licensed capacity of the certified need and plan with the facility with the resident population. No certification as needs apply with the facility collect with the date of the mention of the plan compared with the resident population with the date approval of the previous plan. Alteration of the facility result of the construction, renovation, and activities have effective on the plan variation and services with the other resource with the provided identified ways to approve the plan. Modification emergency management resource with the servicing of the facility, the modification have of the facility exposed, the modification inpatient services with the required the certificate and the combination A through G. 27 the P as 22003 plan review fee, the county emergency management agency for the author of the charge of the compensation for the county review plan submitted with the county emergency management agency for the facility to ensure the compliance with the plan review criteria. Separate fees authorized to each of the submitted with the maximum shall determine the county emergency management agent calculating actual number of the odds part of the necessary review with the plan multiplying the figure by the rate of $25 per hour with the adopting a result of the amount equal to the less more than 25% of the figure with the cover the miscellaneous indirect copy upon the receipt of the facility plan with this copy shall establish the cost and identify with the plan for the purpose of tracking and review cost. For facility license for the more than 16 bed with the County Emergency Management Agency for the authorized to change over the $500 with the review of the facility plan with the no significant change with the proof of the plans submitted with the facility unless the facility requires the technical information as if the County Emergency Management System with the reflects on 16 hours of the review of the process of time with the plan authorized miscellaneous indirect cost. There is no significant change with the loss of the proof of the facility with the other facility license scheme as the left of the County Emergency Management Agency authorized change more than $250 for the reviewing the facility owner plan with the limit reflect for the 8-hour plan with the review of the processing time with authorized miscellaneous indirect cost of the facility plan with the plan and review criteria for the facility to requires technical specific the County Emergency Management Agency. The County Emergency Management Agency authorized to charge up to $25 per and part of thereof the maximum 10 hours of the time with the actually devoted to assisting the facility writing of the rewriting plan be attributed with the request for the technical assistance shall adoption with the maximum fee but they otherwise established with the rule within 60 days of the review of the plan with the failing facility with the County Emergency Management plan with the County Emergency Management Agency shall provide with the submittal of the facility invoice for the cost of the performing plan with the review according to the fee schedule with the subscriber that dispute regarding the fee and the process of the value with the rule 27 P20005 of the administration codes handling with the county and same way or other type of the revenue collection with the dispute. Facility shall notify the county with the writing of the dispute regarding with the fee with the 30 day for the receipt of the invoice shall the dispute of the amount with the facility is not liable to pay regardless of whether the plan is approved. All fees shall be paid by the certified check with the bank draft with the U.S. fund made available to the county with the plan with the submit with the review of the approval. 27 P20 for the 004 limitation record keeping the fees responsible reasonably made except for the actual cost to provide the review of the request for the technical assistance with the complexity of the criteria established for the law of the right with the facility. The emergency management plan taking account with the facility set for the other factor for the total amount of the fee, but it shall not include the several $150 for the maximum amount with the established schedule plan with the review of the technical assistance except for the circumstances identified in Rule 27 P22005 of the Florida Administration Codes. County Emergency Management Agency shall agree with the maintain accurate with the actual costs associated with the reviewing and approve each of the plans submitted with the service over the record shall be easily itemized reflect with the generally acceptable accounting principles sufficiently properly reflect with expenditure funds. All the costs associated with the review of the plan shall be charged with the facility cost owner identified with the facility has not paid with the amount with the due for the County Emergency Management Emergency Agency for the result of the previous land review service the services shall not be permitted subsequent plan with the review and the outstanding amount of the paid with the otherwise result of the will be considered not approved of the facility with the emergency management plan. Funds received the fee shall be deposited separately identified with the full account of the upon money for the fund, but it must be carried with the annual facility where they have with the cost of emergency agency shall be annual report with the division total amount of the received of the facility with the pursuant of the rule with the total cost of the facility plan review of the technical system. The report shall be submitted within 60 days of the end of the official year with the county emergency management provided with the information part of the annual audit submitted with the county with the division with the purpose of the information separately identified with the audit report based upon the information division shall provide the fee schedule for the necessary fees amount with the more costly reflect the actual costs. Alright, 27P20005, the division review the fee with excess of the maximum fee. And the county emergency management agency determine the cost plan with the review with the excess of the maximum amount established in 27P20005, Florida 003, Florida administration goes immediately in event of no later than the day of the plan review. The approval is complete with the notify the both facility of the division with the writing certified mail hand delivery with the time receipt with the detailed written explanation and to have the cost excess of maximum fee, the notification type with the notification plan review the excess of the maximum fee, the detailed written explanation of the shall become but the copy of the plan with the explanation of the normal review practices of the company emergency management agency with the explanation of the copy of the attributable plan review the copy of the criteria with the applicable facility with the plan explanation for the complexity of the review of the side of the facility as well with the pertinent factors support with additional document sufficient to enable the division to determine with the responsible and necessary copy of the plan review, the justifiable with exceed the maximum fee. County emergency agency shall identify the total cost of the providing review of the plan proposed fee, but the failure to provide sufficient information should result of the disallowance of this part with all the proposed fees. The notification division shall draft the directive of the division with the emergency management with the cost of emergency management agency shall provide the require the notification plan with the review with except for the maximum fee with the 60 day of the receive of the facility plan not receive the maximum fee. Alright, in evaluating county emergency management agency explanation, the division shall be considered the plan identified with the normal review for the practice of the county emergency manager. A, the criteria to applicable to the facility plan complexity of the review of the side of the facility identified with the cost attributed with the plan of the review, as well as other pertinent factors reside with either facility of the county emergency management agency or division of the division made request additional information for the facility of the county emergency agency and or any other information source. Failure to county emergency management agency for the facility supported supply requested information should be considered evaluated proposed fee. The notice provided by the county emergency management agency facility should provide the facility with the opportunity to file the response of the county emergency agency explanation of the writing with a certified mail with a hand with a signed receipt with a 30 day with the time with the receipt with the director of the division of emergency management of the facility shall be filed with the county emergency agency. Division shall draft the review of the county emergency agency with the 30 day period with the day of the facility report with the county emergency agency explanation delivery of the facility should be the certified mail and return receipt required for the hand delivery signed receipt with the facility the response of the division disputing with the basis of the fee except for the maximum fee shall acceptable with the no replying with the county emergency management agency shall be permitted except for the plan required for the division determination of the issued 45 days of the receipt of the timely facility response to this is no timely response 60 days of the receipt of the county explanation division determination responsible for the necessary call for the plan review the consider final agency action with binding up with the county with the facility for the time period of the review of the invoice the payment of the fee told during the period of the division review the contemplate with the rule and such time of the facility to receive the division determination. Alright, 27P20007, the review procedure. After the review of the plan, county emergency agency shall comply with and compete with the review of the day of the approval of the plan, facility with the necessary review of the plan, renew for the revision, county agency to notify the facility of the specific item of the made of the revision, reasonable time frame with the submit of the revision, when received of the county with the emergency management agency shall review the revision with the 15 day of the approval of the plan with the notify the facility of the additional renew for the revision plan with approval of the county emergency management agency after the submission review with the two set of the revision plan is considered not to be approved with the subsequent plan with the submission with the setting facility true with the new plan with the review of the assessing is set forth in 27P20003 Florida Administration Code. As part of the review approval process of the cost emergency management agency to establish the procedure of the written over the applicable state agency approval with the volunteer organization for the opportunity for the review of the following notice consisting by weekly monthly announcement plan with the receipt of the reviews such as the last announcement at the acceptable state agency with the shall be notified the Department of Health or Affairs of the Department of Health for the rehabilitation of the service of the agency of healthcare administration division of emergency management if applicable to the state agency local district office of the jurisdiction will include all the county notice and publication directed to such local district office unless the county is divided with otherwise writing by applicable state agency. And that was part fee schedule for the county emergency plan management agency review of the facility emergency management plan. So that that's not exactly what we're looking at. I wanted to look at.